Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am ready to put a full face of brand new drugstore makeup on and discover what is good, what is not good. Let's get into it. Revolution has a dewy cushion foundation. This literally just made its way to me in PR and I am so excited to try it out. I am going to be smart and actually shade match before I get into priming. You guys used to always call me out on that and I would be like, they're right. Why do I forget? I have three shades. We have light natural warm, and light natural cool. They all look kind of dark in the pan. Light cool, light natural warm. Wow, that's a big jump. This is light neutral. Is it just me or are all these shades kind of off? I kind of want to just like mix them all together. Okay, this one eliminated. You're too light. The cool toned one is kind of like blurred out. I kind of feel like this might work. I'm gonna go with the cool one. It looks a little gray and weird over here, but I feel like it's matching me the best. So we're gonna come back to you. Let's be a little bit extra and go in with two primers. Pixi Flawless and Poreless Primer and the Flawless Beauty Primer. We'll start with the Flawless Beauty Primer on the forehead and just to kind of juice up the perimeter of the face. You guys know how I do. I don't want anything mattifying on my forehead. It's where I want the most hydration, moisture sensation. Nothing goes on the forehead that makes it look drier than it needs to. It's like not greasy. Pixi, what is that? Extraordinarily dewy. Okay, she's Shine Central now. This is a poreless primer that has vitamin A, C, and E. It is going to blur the skin. These are both a little bit up there in price. Even though this is a Target line, these are each $22. So I'm gonna go in my oily AF areas that for whatever reason, it doesn't matter how dehydrated or dry my skin is, by the end of the day, this area is so oily and shiny, especially if I don't use a primer. Immediate thoughts, I like the Flawless Beauty Primer more. We're gonna go a little out of order. I wanna do eyes first because I'm gonna go a little bit heavy today, a little bit smoky, a little out of the comfort zone. NYX has a new $10 product. This is the Lid Lingerie. This is said to be waterproof and transfer resistant. This reminds me of a product that MAC used to have back in the day. On my hand, it's looking a little bit shiny. Well, whoa, was not expecting that. What do we do? What do we do? We're thinking on the fly. All right, let's do a smoky eye today. Why not? Let's go there. I'm gonna take an SP5 from Details by Tati, grabbing it off the back of my hand. And I am going to look cuckoo for a moment. Trust the process. I am just patting all over the lid first, saturating the majority of the color closest to my lash line. When I get to the crease, I'm kind of tilting my brush and I'm going to stipple into the crease to blur everything out. Oh girl, where are we going? Where are we going, right? Taking an ES5, no additional product. I just want to make sure that this inner corner is perfectly blended. And I'm even pulling it a little bit up just so there's no harsh lines anywhere. I'm going to extend out just a little bit and we'll clean this up later. That blended so beautifully. Take a little bit more. You don't need a lot. What I like about this kind of a product is it's gonna make everything else pop. It's the backdrop for everything else you're gonna put on after, but you can really blend and buff a dark base like this into the crease, ombre it out. You can extend a little bit past the edge of your eye and just know that you're putting other things on top of it. So it doesn't need to be perfect. Ooh, okay, we haven't done this. We have not done this in a minute. I'm like, do I do a cut crease? Like, do we go there? This is the True Icon palette from Revolution. Taking my Fluffy EX5, going into this warm transition shade. We're just gonna go and buff in the crease a little bit here. Helps things to not look as harsh. What's the character from the Addams Family? Like whenever I'm doing this kind of a look, I'm like giving Uncle Fester, but then you put like glitter on and lashes and liner and the whole thing comes together. But at this point, I'm like, ooh, do you have the skills to make it? Okay, so I also clearly am going kind of high up to the brow intentionally. If you have the same eye shape issue, I challenge you to just really over blend the crap out of whatever you are doing and clean it up later. Okay, so let's go into, I wanna go in here, this like duochromed situation right here. Going back with an ES5, pulling this color about halfway on the lid. Going to the shade next door, I'm gonna give it a little spritz. These are not showing up as bright as I want them to. Maybe we go right here. This is a nice bright one, and just kind of tap in the center a little bit. There we go. That's what I needed. Catrice Hyperliner, I'm praying to God this does not fail me. We're gonna go in and do a wing and be quite dramatic about it. I've already curled my lashes. This is not new. It is from Rimmel. I ordered it off of Amazon just because I was like, I miss Rimmel as a brand. You don't see it in many drugstores anymore. This is the Wonder Bond Serum Mascara. Nope, it's an immediate no. It is clumping all of my lashes together. Huh, absolutely not. No, we're just gonna even things out. That's the rule. It is legitimately so clumpy and wet, like overly wet. Let's let lashes do their thing. I have new lashes. Who am I? Why did I buy these? They're very big, but I think it kind of goes with the big makeup. This is the NYX by Ardell Be Yourself Strip Lash. I might regret this. Oh my God. You know what? I'm just in the mood to go for it, so we're gonna have fun. That's a big lash. With a larger lash, you really want to let the glue set. So I kind of press the outer and inner corner like gently to my lid. I think that's actually pretty. Really dramatic, but very pretty. We're gonna contour and then go into foundation. I have this butter contour stick from Physicians Formula. This looks like the greatest shape to contour the lips, to contour the nose. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Wish it was a little bit darker. That's okay, and it's definitely scented. It is giving coconut, it is giving beach, it's giving a little like sunscreen kind of scent. Go right on the nose. Definitely amazing for getting a nice sharp line there. And then I wanted to try out new from Wet n Wild, these bronze mother fluffers. I have Beige Please, Holy Mocha, and Toasty Maple. I don't know that I like how small the jar is, but the texture feels really, really nice. Beige Please, Holy Mocha, Toasty Maple. Part of me wants to go into Toasty Maple, but I know better, so we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go into Beige Please. The packaging is aesthetically cute. It's just kind of hard to get your brush evenly in the product. So I'm going to pounce back and forth on the brush and then make sure off the back of my hand that everything is loaded on the brush evenly. Now we're gonna go into the cushion foundation. I wanna use a stippling brush with this. This is said to be very dewy, which does kind of intimidate me. Not gonna lie, I don't normally go for dewy, but sometimes dewy can mean different things. I definitely don't like overly matte, dried out looking foundation, but I don't like to look like an oil slick either. It's blending beautifully. That is very shiny. We need some powder for sure. NYX Wondersnatch Concealer, you guys. I shared this with you guys in an Ulta haul. I have not used it yet. I'm excited to see how this wears. It has a lot of claims. And I have been into this thing right now where I do one eye at a time. This is a very wet concealer. If you're someone that wants to let it set and you're into that technique, go for it. I personally like blending right away. We are gonna get into a powder that I'm not sure I will love. It's one of those hydrating powders to set the face and finish the face, but under the eye, I am gonna go into something that I know, love, and trust. The Advanced Radiance powder from Covergirl. I don't know about the concealer. I don't know. It's kind of doing some weird, like I can see a little bit of the darkness peeking through, which I don't love. That doesn't happen when I'm using Natasha Denona. It's also a very dewy, wet concealer. Not sure how much I'm loving how extremely dewy it is. This is the Revolution Hydra Blur Cooling Powder. I'm curious how this feels. I've tried some of these powders in the past, and honestly, it's more the experience than the overall longevity that it will bring to your makeup. But I was just, woo, I was too curious to not give this a go. Let's load up a brush. Ooh, that feels cool even in my hand. If you have really dry skin, this can be really nice. Oh, that's so weird. It literally feels like I just sprayed my brush. I don't know that I love that. That was kind of strange. Like sensory-wise, it's great. Did it make my skin look super amazing? I feel like I need a little more regular powder, to be honest. We need bronzer, we need blush. I'm gonna go into Revolution, this giant bronzer that reminds me of the Dior bronzer. I don't think it will be at the level, but I thought, why not? Like, why not try? I do love a big pan like this. So I'm just gonna load the brush up. I'm making sure I take off some of that excess, and then I am going to just pounce on the perimeter. Yeah, that's not the greatest ever. I'm super picky with bronzers. They have to blend totally patch free. It has to have the right tone. This is just not, this is a little patchy. Let's see if adding a little bit of Milani Baked Bronzer will help. This is such an unusual color, Tuscan Tan number 2. It almost has like a green tone to it. You're not gonna see that on camera, but compared to other warm bronzers, it's not cool, it's not orange warm, it just has an interesting tone, and that is super soft. I think this is gonna be beautiful. All right, we may have gone too far now. Bronzer on bronzer. I had meant to put this underneath the powder. We're gonna see if this will work anyway. These are new from Catrice. This is a pudding blurring blush. I think I wanna go into the coral one. This one is called Peach Pudding. Definitely that wet pudding texture. Let's really load the product into the blush. It does have that blurring finish, so it should be okay on top of what we have going on. A little bit goes a long way. And it smells like vanilla. Call me crazy, but I actually really like that. Wow, I don't like my under eyes. I wish they were more smoothed and brightened, but I will use that blush again for sure. I have a highlighter from number 7 in Gold Silk. I'm transported back in time. That is blinding. Catrice has new waterproof brow pencils. I feel like I'm gonna like these. We're gonna try Cocoa Haze. Oh, it is an interesting tip. This is not the kind of tip that I usually like, but we're gonna try it anyway. I love almost everything Catrice. I will play with maybe a different shade. It's okay, it's not my favorite ever. Let's move on to lips. We're absolutely gonna overline. We've overdone everything else, so why stop here? This is LA Girl's new lip liner in Spiced Peach. This feels very out of my comfort zone. It's pretty, it's peachy. I'm itching to just, I just have to. I like have to. We're so all in the glam. I'm taking just a little bit of makeup forever because I'm overlining and I just have to. New from NYX, this is a matte click up stick. This is the shade Cashmere Cutie. That is somehow both melty and matte at the same time. I like it. But I have a gloss that I wanted to try too. So let's blot just a tiny little bit. LA Girl has a Shine On Glossy Balm. This is the shade Nude Honey. Another click up situation, but this is gonna be much more glossy, more like a Tarte Maracuja. It's weird because it's like not glossy enough. I know that's like a weird critique. We need more gloss. We're gonna go in with one more. She's being a little wild. Spritz Kiss from Revolution. Just like, I just need a little, that's what I need, like that really high shine. We need a little setting mist. This is new from Sachu. Let's Mist. Whoa, that's a little, Woo! That is aggressive. It's said to lock everything in and hydrate. To wrap it up, you guys, let's go through everything. Yes, no, what I liked, what I didn't. There are a few things I'm excited to try again. There are things that I'm like, no, that didn't work well. Primers, jury's out. So. I have my favorite primers. I'm super picky about them. It's not that these are bad, but they're $22, which is high for drugstore, and they didn't overwhelm me, wow me. I do prefer the more glowy one, the Flawless Beauty Primer. The Wondersnatch is not it for me. It was way too dewy. It didn't dry down well enough. It kind of clung to the powder. I have many other concealers that I love so much more, so the formula in this one is not for me. Love the shape. I will definitely be using this again. Was so easy to contour the nose. Wish it was a little bit darker. I'm gonna see if there are other shades available. This is a no for me. Just really hard to get a brush in here, and you have to go through so much trouble to get it blended into the brush, and then it's kind of uneven, so this is a pass. I will be trying this again, but with a lighter hand next time and underneath powder next time. This blended out beautifully. The color almost expands. It is truly blurring. They have a ton of beautiful shades. This is great from Catrice. I want to say that I'm going to reach for this again, but I'm not in my era of blinding highlights anymore. I want something a little bit more diffused and a little bit softer, but if you like a blinding highlight, this does not disappoint. She shows up. Hydra Cool baking powder, absolutely no. It feels weird, feels gimmicky. I always fall for these kind of traps. I just don't like it. No, yes. Go with such a light hand with this one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use the Milani Baked Bronzer on its own instead of on top of something that was already a little bit patchy. Did I even mention the foundation? I'm kind of so about it. It feels a little bit greasy already, and I haven't had it on my skin for very long. If you have really dry skin, maybe you will enjoy this, but for me, it's already kind of really falling apart, and I have powder on top of it, so it's just a little too dewy. But it does build, and it did blend nice. Brow pencils from Catrice, I need to give this another go. It had a nice even pigmentation. I like the texture of it. Don't love the tip of it. I prefer a micro tip on my brow pencils, that's just me. I don't have a lot to work with, so if I press too hard with this kind of a shape, sometimes it ends up looking weird. You guys tell me, what do we think about this? Do I ever wear them again? The Wings Vibes Be Yourself, I don't know. I'm feeling myself, like I'm brought back to life with just a bolder lash band. You tell me. Catrice Hyperliner, really good. I was able to get a sharp wing. Lid lingeries are a definite yes. I love how this blended. Yes, this is a yes. Absolutely not. So bad. I like both of these for different reasons, the gloss and the matte. From LA Girl the gloss and NYX the matte, I like them. This lip pencil kind of wasn't the right color for me. It didn't have enough firmness either, which I really like in a pencil, for it to either have firmness or a lot of pigmentation, and this kind of was, it just had a weird consistency. Need to try this more. I'm really picky with setting mists, and it didn't immediately make me go, wow, my life is transformed, which is what I want from a setting mist. So this is like a so-so, maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? We're back in the glam. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you did enjoy it, please give the video a thumbs up. Other than that, you guys, go and have a great day, whatever you are doing. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.